Are there any specific requirements for filing the ISF for goods subject to import restrictions based on labor or human rights violations? Welcome back to our video series on customs brokerage and international trade. In today's episode, we will be discussing the specific requirements for filing the Importer Security Filing, ISF, for goods subject to import restrictions based on labor or human rights violations. Let's dive right in. When it comes to importing goods, it is crucial to comply with all the relevant laws and regulations. In the case of goods that are subject to import restrictions based on labor or human rights violations, there are specific requirements for filing the ISF. These requirements aim to promote ethical and responsible international trade practices. The first step in filing the ISF is to ensure that you have the necessary information about the imported goods. This includes having accurate and detailed descriptions, quantities, and values of the goods. Additionally, you will need to provide the Harmonized System, HS, codes, which are used to classify products for customs purposes. It is essential to have this information ready before you initiate the filing process. Next, you will need to gather specific details regarding any labor or human rights violations associated with the goods. This might include information about the production methods, working conditions, or any certifications that ensure compliance with ethical standards. It is crucial to obtain this information from reliable sources to ensure its accuracy. Based on the gathered details, you will have to complete the ISF form accurately. This form requires you to provide information about the supplier or manufacturer, country of origin, and other relevant parties involved in the supply chain. Additionally, you will need to indicate any specific import restrictions that apply to the goods due to labor or human rights violations. Be sure to double-check all the information entered on the form to avoid any discrepancies. Once you have completed the ISF form, you will need to submit it electronically to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, prior to the cargo being loaded onto a vessel destined for the United States. It is crucial to adhere to the submission deadlines to avoid any penalties or delays. The filing of the ISF ensures that the CBP has the necessary information to assess the risk associated with the imported goods and take appropriate actions, if required. In some cases, additional documentation might be required to support the ISF filing for goods subject to import restrictions based on labor or human rights violations. This could include certificates or reports from independent auditors, verification of compliance with specific standards, or any other evidence that shows a commitment to ethical trade practices. It is essential to keep all these documents organized and accessible for future reference. Lastly, it is important to note that the import restrictions based on labor or human rights violations can vary from country to country. Therefore, it is crucial to stay informed about the specific requirements of the country you are importing goods into. This will help you avoid any compliance issues and ensure a smooth import process. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the specific requirements for filing the Importer Security Filing, ISF, for goods subject to import restrictions based on labor or human rights violations. We hope you found this information helpful and valuable. Stay tuned for more informative videos on customs brokerage and international trade, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for upcoming content. Disclaimer note below. See you.